but I can't beat on the power list when my cup's already overfilled. Yeah, but it's on the table, the fire's cooking, and the farming babies, the slaves are working. The blood is on the table, the mouths are choking. I'm going hungry.
Alright, this morning I'm pretty sure the motor is going to work because it's so cold, and I think it's a heat issue, but maybe I'm wrong. So I have my dinghy running and side tied if I have to use the motor here. Hopefully I don't. We've just got some sand in it, so. But we're gonna go back to the marina. Pretty much I am learning a lot of new skills. One is to run the sailboat by just side tying the dinghy. This is definitely me learning this new skill. I've done this before, as I'll talk about, but never by myself. A little tricky to get everything set up as single-handed. I taped my throttle a little open. You can actually drive at about 1.1 knots with that motor on idle. So it's just enough to steer if you don't have any wind. Yeah. You know, it doesn't matter what problems I'm going through, this area is gorgeous. I mean, look at the sunrise. Yeah. If there's a place to, you know, get stuck, right? Oh no. Horrible. You spent a month out of your life in this gorgeous place. Ugh. We are going to about a 10, 12 mile per hour wind. And this little, everything is working. I mean, I'm able to steer into the wind. I'm rounding this corner where, for the most part, the sailboat would normally kick off to the port side right now. And I'm able to just control it and steer it right into the wind. So you cannot ask for more than that, right? And I'm probably getting way better gas mileage with that Honda motor. It's much quieter, and the sailboat isn't vibrating. The tiller is super easy to steer because there's no propulsion watch or prop watch coming through. And it's a gorgeous morning. It's so funny how even in I mean, basically I'm learning that this is a way to get this boat through. Even if I had to drive it for 5 miles, I could drive it like this. Which right now I'm driving for about 3.5 miles. I'm gonna do a Navionics thing to see what average speed I get with the dinghy. Alright, I'm gonna start that thing. I've never seen this lake this choppy. There's like 1 foot waves coming right at the dinghy, and the dinghy's just bouncing around, doing its thing. I gotta tell you, if I knew it was this easy. Okay, if you look back on my episodes this season alone, 2 or 3 times where I've used this dinghy to move boats. But I've always been in the dinghy and the person's been in the boat, and it still didn't go very well. It goes better by yourself because you're controlling everything, you're not trying to communicate. So I basically just started the thing, put it in idle, I started it, pulled up the anchor, put it in idle, and just did a circle in that bay and came right back out. And once I got going, I reached over and I put some tape on the handle to get it to go a little above idle. Right now we're going 2.4 knots. Side tying to safe harbor, update number 4. Now that we're out of the wind, we're all the way up to 2.9 knots right now. 2.8, 2.7, 2.9. And we're going to be pulling out of the wind in a little bit to go the opposite of the wind. We'll see how fast we go. The other thing is my motor is on idle. Like, we could go faster if I wanted to. Yeah, this is an awakening. I didn't realize it could be this easy. I mean, I basically just went for a boat ride. with the motor hanging off the side of the boat rather than behind it. We are not in the wind right now, and we're going 3.5 knots. This is how I'm talking. I can barely hear that Honda motor running, and there's very little to no vibration in this boat. Yeah, this is really not a bad way to move your boat around, and I can see why. I've watched sailing channels, Good, Bad, and Ugly, move their boat around with their dinghy for like 5 years or something like that. So I can see why, if you didn't have, you know, $10,000, $12,000 to rebuild the motor or whatever, why you would do that. I mean, honestly, think about it. You could buy a dinghy and have a sailboat and use the dinghy to get in and out of the harbor and not even worry about putting an engine on the sailboat. I could see this being a viable way to move it around. I'm sure there's some impractical parts to it that I don't know and I haven't seen. Ropes are going to chafe and stuff. I don't know. But my first, like, you know, hour of playing around with this is shockingly easy to do and super. Unfortunately, I don't have my tripod. It's in the, I can't find it. I think it's in the dinghy, and I'm not jumping from the dinghy to the boat. So what I plan on doing is revving the engine down to just idle, where we're going 1.1 knots when we get into the marina, and then when I'm about 200 feet from the dock, I'm just going to put it into neutral and coast into the dock, and that way if I need to put it in gear to get a little bit more juice, I can. I don't think I'll use reverse. See, this is what he did. He did it again. Go back inside right now. Go inside now. 3 boards to keep River inside, apparently, not 2. All right, so that's my plan. And then that little red strip right there is a kill switch, and I'm gonna pull that onto the boat, so if I need to, I can just pull the motor and kill it. There's about 2 days of storms coming in right now. We got thunder. River and Cricket. River came inside and Cricket went and hid. So it's actual real thunder. There's a tornado watch or warning earlier. I have been in bad weather, and this is not going to be bad weather, so I'm not very concerned. But it's going to be blowy and it's going to be raining. So going to be watching some movies and having a nice little time inside the boat. Are you hiding from the storm? Under the fireplace? Alright, it appears that we have figured out what was going on with the motor. It was shorting out right by the points where the bolt goes through and connects to the points. It was shorting out there, bringing the power down to 5 volts at the spark plug. And anything after the coil was around 5 volts, and that's not enough to burn all the gas. So right now we fixed that, and I'm out test driving it. It seems to be running really well, but no, that is. I've been looking at the weather. My RV and my houseboat have heat with thermostats, where you just set the thermostat and you leave it. You don't ever look back for 2 weeks. So if I'm gonna do winter in something, it would be the RV or the houseboat. I'm not going to spend winter in the sailboat. So because this is taking so long, between the 2 weeks hold up with the starter and the 1 week, and the 1 month hold up here, which we really haven't even gotten this figured out. So I might be doing a carburetor rebuild because it might be just dumping too much gas in. But we'll get into that on another site, another video. What I have made my mind up to do, I'm on the fence still, but I'm teetering this way, is to rent a car, drive back to Tennessee, spend at least a month, maybe even 2 or 3 months there, or just doing houseboat and RV stuff where I actually have diesel heaters built into both of those, and then coming back and taking this trip March 15th or April 1st. Probably coming back March 15th, but don't leave until April 1st. The trip itself would just be so much better. 70-degree days and 50-degree nights is really what I'm looking for. I'm not really looking for 20-degree nights and 40-degree days. It's not what I'm about anymore. I know there's people who live outside with their pets in that kind of weather and their pets are used to it. My cat's not. So, and my dog loves it. Some dogs don't have any fur coat. You got to put coats on them and stuff when they go outside. River loves the cold. Cricket doesn't. The last week she's been following the sun all the way through the house or through the boat. Wherever the sun is, she's laying in it. And I know that cats just like to do that in general, but she's really been doing it the last week, which makes me feel like she's cold. So I don't want that. Yeah. So I'm on the fence still. I'm figuring it out. But I bet what'll happen is we're going to put season 3 on hold for 60 days while the cold spell comes through. Yeah. Which really won't matter too much to you guys because I'm already 2 or 3 videos out. I mean, I'm talking to my camera right now with videos already set up for Sunday and next Sunday. So it is what it is. Timeline. I've only been driving the boat for 20 minutes or 30 minutes, and we've only really gone about 1.5 miles. This cove had a boat in it the whole time that I've been here, and they're gone. And I've been really jealous of their spot. So I wasn't even planning on staying out tonight. I was just gonna go drive the boat around. But the sun's gonna go down in about an hour, and this cove is open. It's so beautiful. I'm just gonna go in here and anchor. I have to. There's no way I can't stand it. Look at this. And that whole beach over there is gonna be great for river, and we can go over there way until the sun. That's probably gonna have sun on it until 4:30, 5 o'clock. It's great. All right, I'm at 25 feet, 34 feet. All right, well, the depths did not match the charts. I started to go in there and it automatically went to about 9 feet deep right away. And I can only go to 5 feet deep, so I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna check the charts. So I'm gonna try to come back in here again. I think I was too close to the shoaling over there. And I think that peak goes way out further than I thought. Because right now I'm in 40 feet of water. And just over there I was at 9 feet. So I think it's a matter of just coming in here, right? We'll see though. I'm at 43 feet right now. I'd love to get into this cove, but I've had enough bad luck. I don't need to be going in shallow water with this boat. Let's just keep it with the engine, not with the hull. Alright, so I'm at 42 feet. I'm going to give it a little bit of boost from the transmission. We're still at 40 feet. Yeah, I must have been going over the shoaling. 45 feet. Look at River over on the dinghy. He's such an idiot. So he just is so excited always to go to the beach and jump on the little boats that he does dumb things sometimes. However, I gotta tell you, with that thing side tied, it's very stuck to the boat right now, so it's not going anywhere. And River can swim. I mean, if he fell in the water, he'd swim up to the dinghy and I could pull them out without a problem. All right, we're still at 41 feet, which is awesome. So I'm gonna be able to get in here. Just gorgeous. Look at all that dry sand along the beach, the top of the beach there. So the sun's been hitting it all day. It's gonna be awesome. I just keep going further and it keeps getting, you know, it's not dropping below 30 feet. I have enough rope to throw it at 30 feet, especially since there's no wind. You don't really even need an anchor out here right now. Look at how gorgeous this is. I cannot get over it. When this lake gets calm and the reflection of the trees hit the water and it's just perfect like that, or even if it's not even a little, even if it's a little off, like look at where there's a little ripple. Man, just gorgeous. The boat that was here for the last month or so moved over there, probably because of the storm we had over the weekend. So, yeah, I don't even need to drop an anchor. I've been sitting in the same spot this whole time. I'm gonna drop an anchor here. I revved the motor. I didn't just turn it off. I revved it real high and I let it idle real high for a little bit in case there's gas in there that it needs to burn off. No gas whatsoever is being sent out, which is awesome. That's new. Now that my boat's not moving in here and the water is so still. Oh, this is awesome. What are you doing, little girl? River, the boat's on the other side. He's on the wrong side to get on the boat. He's being a weirdo. Alright, I'm gonna take him to shore. Look all the way up there, about 10 feet up, there's a spider just soaking in the sun. Look at that. Before nighttime. And the sun just lighting up the seed on this wild grass. Gorgeous. My new yard. There's a beaver here, look at that. And people always wonder, why do they cut the trees down and leave them? They don't. They cut the trees down so they can strip all the branches off. They drag all the branches underwater, so even when it's cold, they can still get to their food source and eat the branches. The bark off of the branches is what they eat. So they cut the tree down because they can't climb trees to get to the branches. And when it falls on the ground, they eat the branches. I know, I agree, it's awesome. Okay, you don't have to run into me. Yeah, look at this cove, you guys. What are we gonna do with this stuff? Well, look at this moment right here.
I hope you know if I go there, that I'm going there for you. And if I go there, I won't be coming home real soon. We could laugh, we could shout, sing a song, get it all out, or we could whisper. We could dance, run it back. You keep staring at each other's minds, but go on, kiss. It's all the things she do.
So a lot of people are probably wondering, how is this dude affording all these hours and hours of work on his boat by 2 mechanics at the same time? I'll tell you how. I haven't paid a dime for it. Chris wants my boat to work just as bad as I want my boat to work, and Greg is so invested in my boat, he's doing work on weekends. Chris was thinking about it over the weekend too. The only thing I've paid for ever since my first bill was parts. So I bought spark plugs, and they replaced all the fuel from the gas all the way over to the motor. And I bought new filters, new lines, and they did all that work for free. And then I bought a fuel pump because my fuel pump was only putting 2 psi in. So we put a new one in, and I paid for the pump. But other than that, they worked 2 or 3 full days on the boat together and are thinking about it when they're not even at work, and they're not charging me for it. They're like a lot of the people that I come across when they see this journey or this trip. They want it to go smooth, and they're invested in it. And they're just honest people. They, at the end of the day, they want it to be fair, and they want it to be done. They're as motivated as me to get it fixed. Yeah. So I just wanted to say that. Great place, Bay Springs Marina. Great place, great people. Family place. Yeah, it's awesome.